Busby stoop chair is a 400-year-old chair with a death curse. We travelled to Thirsk Museum to speak to Ken about the history of the cursed chair. The cursed chair hangs upon the wall as it has done since the 1970s. No one is permitted to sit in the chair. Thirsk Museum has turned down millions of pounds worth of bids to sit in the chair due to the promise that they made to the landlord of the Busby Stoop Inn.
The story starts with a Daniel Auty, A-U-T-Y. He was a coin flipper way back. Don't forget, you're talking early 17th century, and before that. Daniel Auty was a clothes suit maker, tailor, and he was into clipping coins. You know what I mean by that? Clipping the edge of a coin, and then if you did that enough times, you would have enough to melt it down to make another one. Forging, yes. And he actually originated in Halifax, but then he moved up to Danaughty Hall, which is Dan Auty Hall. It's a combination of his
Is
name.
that still there?
Danaughty Hall is still, it's just not far from Busby Stoop.
Right.
Crossroads, where the chair originates. This is where Thomas Busby met him, because Thomas Busby was a drunkard, and maybe Daniel Auty came in to the pub and they'd met. And Thomas Busby actually married Daniel Auty's daughter. And this is where Thomas comes in clipping coins as well. And he wanted a bigger share of the business. And probably Daniel probably didn't want to give him that. So, and Thomas had been out drinking one day, he had a chair in the pub, and he came back and his father-in-law was sat in it. That's who that Daniel Auty is, yeah. And they'd been arguing, and he followed him home, murdered him. His wife, Thomas Busby, his wife actually told the police, because he came back home covered in blood. So he was charged for his murder and to be hanged. And before he was hanged, he put a curse on the chair. Everybody who sits in the chair will die.
Though we travelled to the local cemetery to investigate, we could find neither the grave of Thomas Busby's victim nor his wife. It could be that their graves have been long destroyed. The folklore of Thomas Busby remains locked in oral tradition, for there are no written records of his existence. However, as long as his legend lives on, there will be people who will dare to try to sit in the cursed chair.
And there's been lots and lots, there is at least 10 stories about different people sitting on the chair, and sure enough, they died that day.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's a garage up there now, but there was a building, and they were demolishing this building, and there was workmen had been in the pub at lunchtime, sat in a chair, one of them did, and went back to work, and he fell through the roof and killed himself. Accident. Yeah, but yeah, and
are there any records of Thomas Busby, or is it all just like sort of oral tradition passed down?
It's so long ago now that there is nothing. No.
So it's local legend, but
yes,
there's enough of the local legend that there's still a few details.
Yeah.
How long's it been here, the chair?
It was Tony I'm sure that when he was the landlord, it was down in the cellar, but he just wanted to get rid of it, because even when it was down in the cellar, delivery of beer, and this guy was delivering the beer, sat in a chair. He'd had an accident driving home back with a truck that day, killed.
And that was the last victim.
And Tony said, right, that's it. Contacted the museum and said, would you like to have a chair? Yes, providing you put it up on the wall so that nobody can sit in it. Hence, that's it.
Do people dare each other to touch the chair while they're in here?
Oh yeah. But they come from all over the world.
Yeah.
Especially the Japanese. Wow.
I read about a Japanese film crew.
Yes.
Filing a complaint to the council because they couldn't sit in the chair. Something like that I read on the internet.
Well, it just doesn't come down.
Yeah.
But yes, the Japanese, I've been here when the Japanese come in. They made up a story because there was a famous actor a Japanese actor. I didn't know what she was saying or anything. But they started off in a room out in the front. And we have a similar chair. And she was sat on it, and they were talking to her, you sat in the chair. She, But then, no, that's really a fake. And then they showed her a real one, which is in here.
Does anything sort of spooky happen around the museum?
We've had paranormal people in.
Right.
And yes, there is what they call orbs, spirits. But that's it.
Yeah. Do you believe in the death curse yourself?
I would like to try it out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've had a lot of discussion at the office about the chair, and I don't necessarily believe in curses, but I believe enough in it to not want to sit in the chair.
Yeah. Well, I'm same.
Yeah. There were some sort of naysayers who was like, oh no, we'd sit in the chair, they just put it up there so you can't disprove the curse. I'm like, no. How would you risk it?
No, I wouldn't.
No. Let's see. Have you ever been to the stoop inn?
No, I haven't, but I've been past it a lot and lots of times. But it's now an Indian restaurant.
Yes, I read that.
Yes. It's just out of Thirsk.
Yes.
If you go out on I think it's 61, there's a crossroads, you carry on to Ripon.
Yeah.
Right for Northallerton.
And that's where he was hung as well,
yes,
Thomas Busby.
That's where he lived, and that's where his body hanged. He was hanged in York.
All right.
Yeah. He was taken to York and hanged there, but then his body was hanging in a stoop, which is an old name for post.
Yeah.
Because that was a crossroads, and that's what they did.
I think it was gibbeted. Was the word?
Yeah.
Gibbeted.
Yeah.
Covered in pitch.
Yes, it's a metal sort of shroud the body's put into Yes, and they were dipped in tar or something.
Yeah.
Pitch or something.
But he was actually hung in York.
In York itself, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
In held in the York dungeons, where Dick Turpin.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Are there any books or anything written about Thomas Busby, or is it all just sort of local?
Yeah, it's just local. Yes.
Cool, great. Thank you so much for doing this for us. It's great. You've been able to tell us information I've not been able to find on the internet as well.
Yes. Oh, it is mostly on the internet.
Yeah, it's all sort of the same story. Some of the details differ from website to website.
Yes.
Like the story of the chimney sweep. Some say fell through a roof, and some say this chimney sweep was found hung the next day after sitting in the chair.
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't heard that one. But,
right.
There was two beggars, walking all over the place. This is when he was hanging in the gibbet, and they were found dead the next morning. They'd been sleeping nearby in a ditch, and they were dead the next morning. Both.
Oh, God. Spooky.
Very. Yeah. Yes, there's lots of stories. And that's why we agreed, yes, we'll have it,
but it stays up
yes,
there.
up in the.
When was the last time it was down, or has it just been kept there?
When we redecorate, we'll dig it down. But no, it always goes back up. Nobody sits in it.
Nobody.
No, it wouldn't be fair.
No.
No.
Oh, I wouldn't want to tempt the fate.
No. You're right. Yeah.
Is the death curse real or not? I don't know if I believe in the curse of the Busby stoop chair, but I believe in it enough that I would not want to sit in it. It's one spooky looking chair.